Hey guys, this is Josh Peak. Welcome to the Josh Peak Show, where I'm your host. And today I want to talk about marketing. I want to talk about some things that's been, it's been good for me, been working for me, and things that I'm seeing. I don't, going into this show, sometimes I guess people have notes or scripted. I don't. I know there are some bullet points that I want to talk about and things that I'm seeing in the in the marketing world. And so the first thing I want to talk to you about is a tool that I'm using it's been working like gangbusters for me. I know a lot of agencies use it, marketing agencies. I know a lot of entrepreneurs use it. It's called Sprout Social, and I'll put a link to this in my show notes on iTunes and also joshpeak.com. So I love Sprout Social. It allows me to look at analytics. It allows me to really do some deep market research, that on my competitors, and as well as be able to put some sort of a calendar together or a strategy of how I'm going to attack that and attack the marketplace. So it's called Sprout Social. And it's a definite must-have if you're going to be doing any type of marketing for your business, whether it's landscaping, podcasting, plumbing. If you're a politician, it doesn't matter. That is a must. So Sprout Social, I'll put that in my show notes to where you can look at that. So one thing that I've been really looking at here in the last 2 weeks, I work on a political campaign for a U.S. congressman. I'm behind the scenes doing a lot of the marketing, social media, newsletter, podcasting, and really putting together a good strategy so we can win again, like we did the last 2018. And we're seeing this impeachment going on, which to me, I feel like it's a coup with the Democrats in terms of, and it's not that I'm trying to get political here, it's just what I see. I see the Democrats they couldn't win in 2018. I don't know if they really believe they can win in 2020. So the easiest way for them to defeat Donald Trump, they think, is a coup. And I think it's going to be the biggest mistake the Democrats have made. I really, really do. With that being said, you've got all the liberal media helping these guys out. So what happens when you see that type of thing? Well, when you don't have really the Republicans that are going, and really to me they don't have a strategy. They're not really going at the liberals with a big push. So what I see with that is exactly what Steve Bannon saw, and that is he created the warroom.org, and I saw where he was going. I know he's a marketing genius. Controversial, but he's a marketing genius. He created warroom.org about a few weeks ago, and I started watching what he was doing. It was just a podcast at first, then it evolved into now a news site. So now it's almost as if you have Breitbart.com and Blaze.com, and you have and that's exactly what this has turned into. And if you look at it, let's do a little bit of a case study. Let's kind of dissect what he's doing. He has found a niche. He thinks that, look, it's the war room. We're going to go and stand up for Donald Trump through this impeachment. He thinks that if you listen to these podcasts, that they're going to acquit him, and so basically Steve Bannon and his crew have exposed what the liberal media won't. And in that, he's going to create already has created a lot of traffic to the site. He's taken stories from other places and then doing his commentary around it, which that is huge. I do that as well. You'll see that on my site at joshpeak.com on the blog section. I've thought about changing that and calling it Newsroom or News, because there's a big amount of traffic you can get on social media by doing that. Taking another news story from another place, creating commentary around it, while also having a podcast and this type of thing. But if you look at the warroom.org, what he's done is he's conquered an opportunity. There is nobody on the conservative side that has really stood up and said, well, we're going to go full force and help this, create a strategy, create a war room, and go and put it to the liberal media and everybody else and stand up for Donald Trump. Because quite frankly, he's innocent until proven guilty. And I don't see there's anything that he's really done up to this point. They have not presented any evidence. And so far, the liberals, to me, looks like they're just leaking selective things that they want people to see. Well, so when you look at what Steve Bannon has done at the War Room, is just flat out genius. I had a mentor, I was in my 20s, early 20s, that taught me, Josh, when there's chaos, that's when the most amount of opportunity and money is to be made. He said, when there's chaos, that is when the opportunity is, and you better strike while it's hot. Well, that's exactly what Steve Bannon has done here with the warroom.org. If you're looking to start a business, I think it's a heck of if it's a great strategy. So whatever industry you're in, if it's say it's an amateur wrestling, MMA, boxing, whatever you're passionate about, if it's renovation and home remodel, there is a ton of things that you can come up with, create a new site, and there is so much traffic in that. There's so much lead generation. There's so much revenue to be created. Traffic equals revenue. There's no two ways about it. That's why you see all the clickbait and the fake news and the sensationalism in media is because they're just getting people to try to read the headline, and then which creates traffic because they'll usually click on it. It's a great, great thing. So I wanted to talk about that for, mainly is I see a huge opportunity in 2020 to create a new site with a podcast tied to it. I'm going to teach this in a private group. And if you want to be part of this private group, it's a Facebook group. And I'm going to talk to you and teach you and bring in people that are great in their niches, whether it be podcasting, blogging, writing articles, traffic generation, lead generation, and building online businesses, e-commerce. If you want to learn these things, I'm going to put together a private group on Facebook. All you have to do is private message me at either Facebook or on Instagram. Instagram, it's at Josh Peak. And on Facebook, you can find me, official Josh Peak, or just, look me up and you'll find me, and DM me or private message me that you want to be put into this entrepreneurs group. I'm going to be teaching, it's going to be a mastermind, a community. I'm going to be teaching a lot of marketing and just communication and how to build a strong online business and presence. And so I just wanted to talk about that today. There's a lot of times that I will talk about, I'll be interviewing. I have some hot interviews coming up, but there's times that I'll talk about just marketing, and that's what I want to talk about today, and the opportunities that I am seeing. Obviously podcasting is going to be huge in 2020. It's already big now. I started in 2007, but really got serious about it here in the last year. Because there's so many things I need to say, want to say. I do marketing for companies, for big organizations, and also a U.S. congressman. So, I'm not a big affiliate marketer like I used to be, but I'm getting ready to bring that back out. And I want to teach people how I'm doing it. I want to show people how to create their own online business and be successful and, have a side business on, that's paralleling with what they're doing with their full-time job. And the other question I get is, where do I get my content? Well, I use Google Trends. I use Twitter Trends. I have books from the early 2000s, some of the best marketing minds around, and I can take a page out of one of those and create a podcast with, which I'm probably going to start doing a little bit more of as well. And so I get my content from a lot of places on what I want to talk about in terms of a subject. Like this warroom.org, I saw it, and I'm like, I need to talk about this because I know there's other people out there that would love to create something like it in their own niche, which I'm going to teach how to do. So anyways, I just wanted to, that was really the basis of what I wanted to talk about today. We're going to put together a brand new entrepreneurs group on Facebook, talk about podcasting and talk about marketing, website and web development, how to use Facebook advertising, Google advertising, and just how to build a business. And then obviously we talked about the warroom.org, where I get my content. I'll talk more about that in the coming weeks. I have some big podcasts coming up. Tomorrow I interview an industry legend in the direct sales industry. Monday I have another big entrepreneur I'm bringing on. And then I got a new piece of equipment coming in the middle part of November, which is just, a week or two away. And it is called the L8, and it's made by Zoom, which you can buy on Autorama, I think, or H&M. But I'm buying it. I've already purchased it. It will be in the middle part of November. I'm excited about this thing, man, because it's going to allow me to really run it like a studio. I can have call-ins, like people can call in and I can bring it on line 8, or I have my intro and then already built into it, and then I'll talk, and then I'll have my call-ins, I can have my sponsorships, and then my outro, and it compresses it, puts it all in one piece where I don't have to do much editing, and I can put more content out quickly. So I'm excited about it. It's called the L8 from Zoom. It's a podcast platform. If you're going to be podcasting, it'd probably be something you'd ought to look at. So with that being said, I appreciate you listening to my show, The Josh Peak Show, and I'll be having some really good interviews coming up here in the next week. So stay tuned to that. You can find me at joshpeak.com. You can find me on Instagram at Josh Peak, Twitter at Josh Peak. And then you can find me on Facebook, my business page, Official Josh Peak, and then I'm all over the place. iTunes. So this my podcast syndicates to so many different places. So anyways, if you've got any questions or you wanted me to talk about a certain topic, just email me at joshpeakmobile@gmail.com, joshpeakmobile@gmail.com. Again, I really appreciate you tuning in and listening to my show. Please rate it on iTunes. Give me a rating. Appreciate a good rating. And then also subscribe to it there as well and leave me a review. I'd love that. Again, this is Josh Peak with The Josh Peak Show. Thank you.